Yo, what's good, everybody? Thank you again for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. This is the episode review for season 7, episode 4, entitled Death Becomes Them. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell somebody to tell somebody, all that good stuff if you choose to. But if not, just sit back and relax while we get into this messy thing. Now, I just want to go on record and say this review might be a little, maybe extremely passionate. You may hear some words you don't normally hear from me during my review, but this particular episode was trash. I don't know what the hell the writers were thinking about. It seemed like we did a complete regression on moving forward and all the things like that, but we just gonna get into it now. I knew this episode was going to be on some bullshit from the opening scene. Right from the damn opening scene. Now, Andy just saw a man die. I'm talking about take his last breath in front of her. And she's already scheming for his job. I said, okay. Now, not only was Leland a named partner, but he was a managing partner as well. And somehow Andy believes that she's the perfect fit for this job, which we all know that's a lie. Fatima tells her, if we play our cards right. I said, wait a minute. If we play our cards right, baby girl, when did this become plural? There is not 2 job openings. There is 1. So how is this a unit situation here? It's not unified. It's Andy. It's not you and Andy. And I say that because it seems as if Fatima is using Andy, riding her coattail up the corporate ladder, because why are you not doing what's necessary for you to become the lawyer that you always said you wanted to be? Huh? I'll wait. Oh, okay. Moving right on along. So for me, their attitude towards this man's death was wild. Maybe Fatima's is more justified because she comes from a family of crime and chaos, but not scary ass Andy. You just saw this man give up his ghost in front of you, and then you're telling me you're ready to go to lunch with Jordan. I said, this episode here is about to be on one. I already knew it. This is Andy. A white man just died in her face and she ready to go eat. I said, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Because, girl, come on. Now, this is where things are going to get a little tricky because I could not stand the way they kept cutting these scenes. They cut a scene, go somewhere else, come back to the scene, pick up exactly where they left off. It was not a vibe. Last night was not a vibe. Last night episode was not a vibe. But we see ZAC. Zachary Taylor returns to the airport to get some advice from Danny regarding if he should ask Karen for a paternity test or not, which is wild to me because Zach and Danny are not friends. When Zach got his money and moved on up to the east side, he forgot all about Danny. He forgot all about the couch he used to sleep on. He forgot all about the meals that he ate free at her house when Preston cooked. He forgot all of that. He forgot the little money he had in his Velcro wallet. He forgot her opening up her door when he was sleeping at a damn shelter. He forgot all about that. But I'm supposed to believe that Danny and Zach are ride or die they friends? Please. They are not friends. So writers, please don't play in my mother face. They are not friends. They're not even damn associates. And if we really want to be all the way honest, Zach doesn't even like Danny. He doesn't like any of the women that Karen hang with. And what's even more wild, didn't Zach just tell Fatima the other day not to hang with those women because all they gonna do is put stuff in your head, yet he's in Danny's face asking for advice? What sense does that make? And I'm like, you know what? I'll be watching this show and there's a lot of division amongst the fandom, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we see certain things, especially the thing that happened last night on this episode between Danny and Zach, it is alarming how many people felt that Danny was not in the wrong. It's alarming to me, and it really makes me question, how are you in friendships? But dealing with the matter at hand, dealing with this scene with Danny and ZAC, initially everything was going fine. I didn't even mind ZAC asking, I just want to know, should I ask Karen for this paternity test or not? I wouldn't have had a problem if Danny said, you know what, ZAC, I know that could be a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's anything wrong with you asking Karen for a paternity test. But today is not the day. Maybe you should call her or text her, seeing when y'all can talk in private, and just ask or request, once the baby is born, you would like for a DNA test to be performed. There's nothing wrong with that. And in my opinion, there is nothing wrong with that at all. Danny was saying all the right things. Karen is pregnant. She's by herself. She's single. She's doing this alone. And ZAC even stated, I didn't even think about what Karen was going through. No shit, Sherlock. You never do. You never think about anybody but your damn self. You're selfish as hell. So we get that scene. Then we go to a commercial break, come back. It is a complete 180. A complete 180. Danny is talking about how much she likes, Karen is my girl, but I like Fatima. Y'all good people. And I said, writers, stop the damn pressing right there. Because I'm sick of this. This not even got nothing to do with who I like or who I don't like or who I may have a problem with. It's the fact that you're talking about Danny and Karen and their friendship. Do I believe they are the closest of the bunch? Absolutely not. But these are people who have been friends for 20 plus years. And you are telling me that Danny is in a conflict. She's in a tug of war because she likes Fatima and has only hung out with Fatima once or twice, and is making her be in such a conflict within herself to choose her friend over Fatima. What in all the fuck? Please make that make sense to me. I don't even have a problem with Danny feeling the way that she feels about Karen, because there are some issues there, some unresolved issues there. Even when she has her conversation with Tony, Danny knew she was wrong as hell for saying the things that she said. She was basically telling ZAC about how Karen was in college, how she loved big black penises, how he may not be the only one, Aaron may not be the only one, and may be a third person, because who knows who else was clapping those cheeks. I said, wait a minute. This is not coming from the same woman who was boning Preston, who had boned Q, who boned El Fuego, who boned little dude that worked in the gay bar. I can't think of his name right now. You would have boned Jonah, except things took a left. How dare you, Danny? How dare you? You more concerned with the two men that we knew Karen had sex with, yet you don't want to deal with all the cocks that was coming out of your hen house? Danny blew me. When I read the synopsis and it talked about how Danny would portray Karen for the sake of Fatima, I didn't really have an idea of what Danny would say. But even watching the scene, I was completely blown. I was completely blown, because at the end of the day, you still identify as Karen's friend, as Karen's sister. You just told your therapist on the initial appointment that's how you view your friends. You view them as sisters. You view them as family. And if you could do that to family, oh my God. With friends like Danny, who the hell needs enemies? The look on ZAC's face after Danny said what she said, it was a look of hurt, because whether people want to admit it or not, ZAC wants to be this child's father. That's what he wants. Hell, already picked out ZAC Jr. You've already picked out a name. You want this child to be your child. And then she's trying to convince herself that she did the right thing, knowing that she didn't. And then when she was talking to Tony, and she told Tony what she did, and she was like, yep, you think I'm a bad friend. Yep, you're judging me. I said, oh, here we go with that judging word again. It amazes me how Danny has coined herself as the friend who keeps it real, as the friend who tells the truth. Yet when truth is knocking on her door, her initial response and her default is, you're judging me. So why is it okay for you to tell the truth to other people, but it's not okay for them to say it to you? That, to me, is a sign of a severely insecure individual. Straight up, a very insecure individual. And when you're dealing with people like that and you present them with truth, They tend to lash out. They tend to perpetuate a false sense of reality, and they hit below the belt, which means they begin to function in malice. And that is exactly what Danni does. It will forever be F Danni for me. I don't care if she gets all the therapy that she needs. I don't care what happens to her at this point. It is F Danni, and Danni is no one's friend. She's not Sabrina's friend. She's not Karen's friend, and she's not Andy's friend. Because she does not open up herself to be a friend. She's just there. She keeps things hidden from them. She doesn't reveal things to them, but she wants to know all of their business and be so involved with them. We saw Danni reveal, which I didn't like how she did it, but we saw how Danni revealed to Penelope what Gary was doing, because she stated she wants to protect black women. She wants to be there for black women. Yet and still, you put your black woman friend in a position to be attacked. In a position for ZAC to come up on her. This is the second time. Andy has done it, and now Danni has done it. Who's next? Sabrina? Danni can kiss my entire ass. Danni is the type of person, I don't even like conflict or, physical altercations, but I will whoop Danni's ass on sight. It wouldn't even be a damn conversation. The moment I see her, my fist would be in her damn mouth. Because how dare you? And then she states Karen has always been judgmental of me. When? Give me the season and the episode. So for people who have been in my DMs, who has, have found nothing wrong with what Danni did, Karen always judge her. Show me when. Give me the season and the episode. Since people love receipts, please give me the receipts where Karen has been judgmental of Karen. And I could pull out the receipts when Danni has showed her natural ass and was supposed to be a friend to Karen and was not. That scene there, as y'all can see, and I talked about it for a little minute, it pissed me off. I'm stuck in the middle. This is hard for me. How is it hard for you when you've only hung out with Fatima twice? Fatima is cool. It's hard for me. Karen's not the easiest person for you to be her girl, and Fatima is just chill. What Fatima are you talking about? You sound like a damn idiot because you don't know Fatima, and Fatima doesn't know you. And there are so many people who wants Fatima and Danni to be friends. Why? Danni is not a good friend. And it amazes me that people call out the character Angela on Fatima as being a horrible friend. Yet Andy has done the same thing on SISTAS to Karen, but yet it's okay. And the reality is people love using that word bias. You don't hold Karen accountable. I'm like, I'm biased? I'm biased because I don't kiss the character Fatima ass and I call her out like I call everybody else out. But Angela is a bad friend because her actions hurt Fatima. Andy is a good friend because her actions hurt Karen. So it really ain't about who's not being a reflection of a good friend. It just matters who you don't like or who you like. I said, baby, this is some jacked up bullshit here. Moving along. Moving along. I'm not going in order. So we get to the salon, and Tenderoni Trey pops up with his fine self, and he has boxes. And Karen was like, nah, I didn't order anything. We find out that Pam ordered something. She ordered it with her money, and she got a line of credit. And Karen was basically just trying to give her some advice to be careful with it, because you can get tripped up with things like that. And Trey was stating that, you should listen to your boss lady because, when I got out of college, it took me years to get my credit right from the, amount of debt that I had. And Karen was like, you went to college? And he was like, yeah, like, you don't think a hood dude could go to college like me or whatever? That seemed so off. Like, I understand they were trying to use that to lead to something, but that just seemed so, like, misplaced and unnecessary. Like, for Karen to say, like, oh, you went to college. Initially, I thought she asked that question because she figured he looks hella young. So for him to go to college, say it took years, like, dude, how old are you? That's the position I thought she took. Not that she was just being judgmental and thought he was just like this hood dude and didn't have any college credentials. That for me was so like left field, and it tried to be snowballed into Karen being a snob. I said a snob? Andy's the snob of the group. When have we seen Karen be a snob? I said, writers, I don't know what the hell y'all did. It's like y'all took a mental vacation when y'all wrote this episode, because that just didn't make any type of sense at all. But Trey was like, I'm looking forward to defying, whatever expectations you have of me. I said, well, baby, talk that talk, Trey. Talk that talk, bruh. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. Even if you just dare to, knock off a little bit, a little something. I'm here for it, bruh. Do your thing. But then there's a scene with Sabrina and Rich. And Sabrina and Rich and Maurice. They're all at his juicing restaurant or whatever. And Sabrina, I was rooting for Sabrina and Rich, but I'm not anymore. I'm rooting for the storyline of Sabrina freezing her eggs, but that's about it. Sabrina was talking to Maurice, and Maurice asked her, were there any red flags with Rich? She says he doesn't want kids. So Maurice was like, okay, and well, I've always seen myself being a mother. I was placed here to be a mom. If you feel that strongly about being a mother and the man that you are dating tells you that he doesn't want children, why are you still invested? And this is where I feel like the writers dropped the ball. Because if you're going to have these women be in situations that don't serve them, let us know that they are aware of it. So for Sabrina to be in a relationship and continue a relationship with the man who does not want children, yet she feels that is her purpose to bear children, why is she with him? I would have appreciated it if she were to say, I know we don't want the same thing, but I think I've fallen in love with him and it's going to be difficult for me to remove myself. Tell us something. Because it doesn't make sense why you're there. You're 36 years old. You want to have kids. The man that you're falling for tells you that's not what he wants. What conversation is there to have? I need to know. It just doesn't make sense at all. This episode was all over the place. We see Penelope. This was another one that didn't make a bit of damn sense. Penelope comes back into Gary's office. She overhears him. He's talking to Hayden, but she's trying to play it off, and he's saying that it's a work-related phone conversation. And she was like, oh, you don't have to explain anything to me. I popped in on you like unannounced. I said, unannounced? He invited you to lunch. He had food waiting for you when you got there. He intentionally spilled it on you so that he could take pictures of your credit card. Writers, what in all the hell are y'all doing? This episode here was straight trash. I don't know what the hell y'all was thinking. And I tried to give y'all like the benefit of the doubt and really root for y'all because there have been some things I have definitely enjoyed. Episodes 1, 2, and 3, I utterly enjoyed. I don't know what the hell happened with this episode. It didn't make sense. It was over the place. Balls were just dropped that just did not make a bit of sense. But I'm going to still extend some grace because I don't know. I hope this was like the only episode this season that's like this where things just did not flow the way they were supposed to flow. It just wasn't. So when Gary steps out, Penelope goes through his things and she finds a passport, I'm assuming under a different name. Of all the people to call, she calls Andy as if Andy can help her. Oh, I found something because Penelope doesn't want Gary around her baby. I'm like, man, why don't you go skip town though? Why don't you go skip town? Why don't you get the hell out of Dodge? Why are you still playing with fire? I'm not understanding. You could have left a long time ago. And then to say that Gary's living a double life is more than a double life. He was with you. He was with Andy. He was with Jasmine. It's 2 other women who he's engaged to who you found out there. It was a chick on the phone. He was trying to fly in first class to come knock him off because you ain't giving up no coochie. The girl that Robin had a threesome with, he was boning her too. And some other random chick. He got at least 8 women on his tip right now. A double life, you've known this. You've known this for 3 months. So for me, it's like, how am I supposed to be on your side if it's information you've already been privy to and you just been sitting on it? Now you acting shocked because you find something else out that's crazy. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore, Penelope. I had a little sympathization for you, a little sympathization in the words of Medea, but now you becoming dumb as hell. You becoming just like Andy, a liability. As if Andy could protect you. Andy tells Jordan she lies that it's a client. She has to take the call. That's his sister, his pregnant sister. Why wouldn't you tell him what's going on? I said, baby, these people are dumber than a damn box of rocks. I used to say that Sabrina wasn't the brightest crayon in the box, but I'm going to start applying that to other people on this show because what in all the hell? Who the hell is Andy going to protect or save? She gonna get Penelope knocked off and not the way that she want. Okay? It was just interesting. And so the last scene of the night is ZAC coming to Karen's salon. He comes in. Pam is like, oh, look what the cat drug in. I ain't got time for you today, Pam. I ain't got time for all that. Karen. Oh, this is nice. This is big. Oh, the insurance paid for all this? She should have burned her salon down a long time ago. I said, what? Excuse me? Don't do that. Baby, and when I say you just got a pot to piss in and your window to throw it out. Don't come in here acting like that. So, and then you're loud. People turning their heads looking like, who is this dude? You're embarrassing. You damn ingrate. Karen was like, oh, I'm here. Like, who is, oh, ZAC, what's up? If you came to congratulate me, you a day late and $1 short. Nah, I ain't coming for no congratulations. And she was like, so what you here for? I need a DNA test. I'm like, and that's how you ask? Now let's deal with the nitty gritty of the reason why ZAC is there. Okay. Before this scene, ZAC is on the phone with Fatima because there's been a complete 180, the change of heart. He's on his way to ask for this paternity test. Fatima looking all, I'm just saying, she's looking like a real goof troop dummy over here. Oh, what changed your mind, babe? Oh, what's going on? It ain't what, it's who. You, baby. I should have listened to you the whole time. I said, now ZAC, you lying bastard. Fatima didn't change your mind. It was Danny. It was what Danny said that changed your mind because you trying to figure out who the hell Karen was boning other than you and Aaron. You're hurt. You're mad. You're upset about that. It ain't got nothing to do with this baby. You're upset about that. That's the reality. And so for the people who saying that Karen needs to leave him alone, Karen needs to move forward, Karen needs to stop acting so desperate, what the hell is Karen doing? She's at her grand opening. They obviously had no interaction for 3 months. You pop up at her place. You coming at her crazy. You coming at her with anger. And she's doing something. What the hell is she doing? But minding the business that God created for her. What is she doing? I said, ZAC. For all the people, ZAC done changed. ZAC is another person. ZAC is in therapy. ZAC ain't in no damn therapy. ZAC had that one therapy session, which was a makeshift therapy session, so he could get his rocks off with his mom and his brother, and also to get Fatima back, to guilt trip her into getting him, into them getting back together. Because they didn't talk about anything that happened within their relationship in the time that they were separated or broken up. They didn't talk about anything. But he used that. ZAC is a master manipulator. Point blank, period. Period. And that's all I got to say, because I've been really trying to, y'all, the words I wanted to use in this review, and I just couldn't because I ain't trying to get demonetized. But baby, Danny, ZAC.
You raggedy bitch.
The hell with both of y'all. And that's all I got to say about that. I have more videos coming out, but I wanted to, for everybody that was asking me about doing the overall review, this is it. Oh, before I end it, Hayden was the highlight for me in this episode. Baby, because Hayden was getting in Fatima's ass and I loved it. She came in there like she big bad muff bowl, sitting in his chair, putting her feet up on his desk, and she was like, what you working on? He said, none of your ghetto ass business. I hollered. He was getting with Fatima this episode and I loved it. Look, that position is Andy. You gonna back away. I said, how you gonna threaten this man to not apply for a position that is rightfully in his possession to apply for? Who are you? Fatima, I said, Lord, I've been saying it for the longest. Fatima is a damn bully. This man ain't messing with you. You have no business of your own. So you got to start something. Get some business, man. I'm going to keep saying it. Get some business. Get some business, because what are you doing? My family, we schedule funeral. We plan funerals. Shut up. Shut up. You sound dumb as hell. I'm just tired of it. Because I'm going to get my cousin. I wish that Tyler never voted for Madam and Fatima to be cousins, because that has become her automatic default. My family don't play. My cousin don't play. Ain't nobody scared of your damn family or you. It's tiresome. It really is. It's tiresome at this point. We don't care. I want to thank you guys for listening to my TED Talk. I'm done. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys so much. To all the new subscribers, everyone who comment, those who DM me. I have gotten a lot of DMs since last night. I appreciate you. I'm going to make a whole lot of videos from them DMs because some of y'all, baby, you know them white coats that make you hug yourself? Y'all need to be in some of them. But that's another story for another day. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there.